writing until the decades, more than 3 decades of writing poetry, not yet a solo book. What a shame. But there's a reason for this. Mature. I'm a non-alcoholic person. Mature wine too. So yes, I have a forum, very big forum, international forum, Delhi Poetry Festival. Amar Jot, Abdul Kalam, Vikram Seth, Rashmi Bhawan, Shashi Tharoor, Dipti Navel, and yes, I have a book. I don't call it that a book. That's a masterpiece, which is based on the film I have made, Discovery of the Inland Forest. Based on the film is the book. It's a masterpiece. Nobody in the world has made it. I am claiming it because there's a truth. Scientist has proved it. It honored me a lot. Iman standing ovation, Iman guard of honor, Iman Moron village into our notice of the Okmor Man Najane, our Sheru Korana, Armo Babanas. মানে মানুহে মই ভাবিছিলো ইন্টারেস্ট হ'ব এনেকা বস্তুবোৰ বিচাৰি ওলাব ন বাট টুডে ইটস নো মোৰ ইন্টারেস্ট এনেকৈ 2 মিনিটৰ মেগি নুডল খাবলৈ লাগে which is a very unhealthy and very scary trend actually. Okay, so we might be all got on. I'll just come to my poetry. I have written this for this special day before. I have 40 published anthologies of books and short stories with best of writers, name it Kolu. So Purohi Likhilo, my Manuhe Koi Tina Budi said that she also write poetry. Lovita, your poetry goes. Sometimes I feel it's a compliment or a humiliation. कि मारा feel कर तुम्हारा poetry ना goes ऊपर से करता है. मुझे नीचे देखो अंदर करें देखो है ना. Why you need surface pleasure? I want to love you, go to the moon and back. Okay, I know. But let's discover moon. There's water on the moon. Who knows? We might go to the moon. So much of harakiri and pollution, or we've all been butchered. Anyways, jokes apart. So more poetry, more all of scientific stuff I love to use there. For example, I'm listening to a radio. Radio mane radio wave. Wave mane ki bostu. How come in Bombay Brothers Ami Huniasu? In my life, I have this curiosity has killed me. I end up thinking like that. So radio wave or wave to it a light. Like the sun is not not fire. It's a plasma. It's a wave, right? Likewise, wave 2 is a visible light. Visible light means not even almost zero, but not zero, but 0.000006. 60 and 6 meter length hoy mane iman visible. Then ami flight korte zero visibility koy mane not zero visibility but zero ko upor 0006 meter visible. Hey মানে hey light to আমি যোনটো রেডিও শুনো so these বস্তু যেতিয়া মই বুজি পাওঁ তেতিয়া আমি কবিতা লিখোঁ. Till I don't know Neha, I won't be able to write Neha, you're beautiful, you're the sari you're wearing. I will look into the sari and say the thread, who wove that, Golparaki, oh my goodness, it is it is dye, which tree? I go back to dark age, So then I get big bang. I come back, then I end up writing. And that occasion to connect. Visible light beauty. Visible light's beauty. Is the light visible? Is the light visible? Visible light's beauty. Moi enika jagat life of eta cluster a cocoon or nisna thaku, but I don't call it cocoon. I call it cocoon also and oyster also because cocoon also to silk form or na butterfly. That's why I live in my cocoon. I'm not exposed to world outside, but I have done thing for the world. I have not gone to passport henan Oscar or matisile to walk the red carpet. Passport banaiswe nogolu Oscar because of that flight fried, right? So heibur bostu মোৰ নিজে God has gifted me a paradise. Man dhuniya eta mane it is like aquarium মোৰ ঘৰটো মই মাছৰ নিচিনাকৈ ঘূৰি ফুৰি থাকোঁ. That's the idea. I come out, use beautiful উঠিয়ে মানে blink কৰিব মানে ধুনীয়া জেগা থাকোঁ. So I'm sharing this beauty, just feel it. That's why I don't go to Scotland, Switzerland, ক'তো নাযাওঁ. তাতে চব আছে ভগৱানে evening like Sunday morning, like some pagal hoye goiছো মোৰ জাগাত বহি, and that place has given birth to this poetry for this event. Okay, so I'm dedicating this poetry. Jodi buji poa, this poetry, this aura, the beauty, the light you will feel, the light you will feel. This light I'll dedicate to each of you are here. So let me come to this visible light beauty. I slither out of my mind as if a fish darting through coral reefs. Wide-eyed pupil pierce through the hidden wonders beneath. Underneath the skin, the blood in my veins, as deep as the ocean's beauty reigns. Life, I can feel, I sense, is sensitive. What is philosophic? And to be materialistic, hedonistic, about being humanistic, poetic. Hurrah, bravo, I won my big dislikings for small talks are my eureka moments. I peeped back into my mind. Why it crave for creativity? What is intuitive? A forming cavity, asking why all cannot feel in dream beautiful. I find myself in the very next day again, loving more music on YouTube's bargain. Cannot depart my faithfulness for the radio song. Radio songs are waves of visible light 0.000006 and 60 and the 6 meters cell on my skin. That has become trillions pores on my skin, epidermis, endodermis, where light, skin light glow. And the visible physical beauty, the strength in me to feel strong. I need to squeeze out different layers of strength to be exceptionally this strong. Emotional upheavals of joy, of tears, of fears, this bucket full of tears. Fear was just the Turin shroud. Turin shroud, I'll explain it later. Fear was just the Turin shroud. I peeped into the core as if a nightmarish walk, a living dread devoid of love. The predatory thoughts deepens the dread. I need to rule over, distill the still, tighten my fist over the fill of erupting human horrors, scourged by torrids, fertile lands, ungewiris ujensifer, German term. The darkness was the matter, galactic body. The dark matter's gravity controlled me, the way it controlled the universe and thee. My love was under arrest in the opaque, unnamed labyrinthines. My little budding.
I hear you in crowds of despotic gawk and hypocritical laugh. I hear you with tears and a knotted throat. I hear you when the loudest screams blur my sight. I hear you when another man had lost his fight. I hear you when a house is broken. I hear you when empty masses promise accountability of unaccountable rights. I hear you when I ask myself if I can and you tell me silence is all you have. I think for today, this is all I have, and I hope I can be back here, and every time I come back, I see the space grow more. So I would like to take this ahead, which inviting Shaheen over. I think we can hear her poetry, and we'll welcome her with a round of applause.
Sonora, and today I will be reciting a poem which I wrote on "We say we are Indians, but are we really Indians?" Our dialect reveals Bhartiya hai hum. We utter we are Indians, thumb to skin. The saffron, white and green we wave, a nation's story we engrave. But murmur rise, a interrogation hum. Beneath the surface, shadows come. Do we accept our ancient bond or just कहते जरूर है कि हम भारतीय हैं. These words break free, a vibrant praise. But broken hearts, a bitter divide. By creed and caste, our spirits hide. Do we see the sisters and brothers in the poor, or judge the strangers at our door? Do we still admire and respect ancient ways, or do we chase the glitter of modern days? The farmer's efforts, the artisan's hand, are forgotten heroes in this land. Do we hear their voices and fulfill their needs, or we silence them by the privilege speak? To be truly Bhartiyas down deep, a privilege kept and a vow we keep, to embrace our diverse, the strong, the frail, and bridge the gap behind the veil. Hum sach mein hai, this question still rings, a dare that the future brings. To build a nation with just and truth, we are Bhartiyas in all we do. Thank you.
And the rap.
Everyone is a sinner at the end of the day.
That's true.
So, yeah,
In fact,
everyone is.
So we are having a discussion about what the citizen can do about all these things. So anybody start sharing it if you want to go.
Now I am clueless and kind of nervous also. And I don't know what to say, and I am not prepared. And I would want to say that हम लोग क्या होता है ना? No doubt I am an actor. I am a well performer. I am only quite confident when I am on the stage
Yes,
or on camera.
script.
Yeah. So
Ready-made, everything ready-made.
Everything ready-made. Then I go for preparation. At that time, I am just a character. उस समय मैं नहीं रहता. And और ये क्या होता है, हम सबके साथ होता है, हम लोग का जो ह्यूमन नेचर है, जो भी कि हम असल में डरपोक रहते हैं, तो उसका सहारा हम लोग लिटरेचर के लेते हैं या फिर पोएम के लेते हैं, या फिर तो उसी तरह मैंने आर्ट को चुना, तो उसी तरह मैं ताकि समाज को और सभी को मैं अपने आप को मैं फेस कर सकूं. जहाँ तक कविता का, शेर व शायरी का बात है, ये माहौल, ये महफिल मुझे अक्सर दिल्ली और मुंबई में काफ़ी मैं वहाँ अटेंड करता था. यहाँ मैं लास्ट आपका सेकेंड वेव जो कोरोना हुआ था उस समय आया था, तो तब से ये माहौल मिला नहीं. आज 3 साल के बाद, 4 साल के बाद दोबारा आया हूँ, तो कभी कभार मन करता था मेट्रो से या फिर लोकल ट्रेन से जाते थे, तो इस क्लास से उस क्लास तक या फिर इस रियासत से उस रियासत तक. उसी दौरान कुछ भी ख्याल आता था, कोई मेट्रो के नीचे क्रेडिट कार्ड बेच रहे होते हैं, तो उनको देख के कुछ ख्याल आ जाता था, 2-3 लाइन लिख देता था नोट में. फिर उसी दौरान कभी कभार उसी को मैं कैरी फॉरवर्ड करते 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 एक उसका पोएम का एक ग्रुप लिया होता है. तो अदब, जैसे अदब मतलब आपका लिटरेचर, तो उर्दू में क्या होता है, बहुत सारे रूल एंड रेगुलेशन रहता है. तो परसों या 2 दिन पहले बा ने कहा कि मुझे भेजो वहाँ क्या लिखा हुआ है, तो मैंने कहा कि आई यूज टू राइट जस्ट फॉर माई फीलिंग. तो उसका बहुत सारे रूल्स मीटर होते हैं पोएम्स के, वो मुझे नहीं पता. तो बा ने कहा कि उससे मारो बोले तुम सिर्फ
Free verse, free
जो
verse.
फील है वही करो, क्योंकि अभी मैं भी बांसुरी बजाती हूँ, तो बहुत सालों से बजा रही हूँ, तो उसका नोट्स अभी मुझे एहसास होता है कि इसमें ये सरगम लगा है,
Rags,
मेरी
yeah.
लगा है. तो डोंट स्टॉप, जस्ट कीप ऑन राइटिंग. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग मी दैट मोटिवेशन. और मेरा डिवाइस भी चेंज हुआ है, तो पहले वाला डिवाइस जो है अभी ऑन नहीं हो रहा है, तो एक मिला मुझे जो उसी को मैं सुना देता हूँ. सुनाने से पहले कहूँगा कि मैं थोड़ा सा इंट्रोवर्ट हूँ, तो लोगों से बातें बहुत कम करता हूँ, तो उससे रिलेट करके मैंने लिखा है, और तो आप सुनेंगे तो शायद समझ पाए. क्या ऐसी भी मोहब्बत आपने कभी की है? मैं तुम्हें देखूं, तुम मुझे देखो, दिल में हजारों बातें हो, बस जुबां पर लफ्ज ना हो. आंखों से रोशनी में आते आते अपनी पलकें झुका लो, इन पन्नों की खुशबू में कुछ यादें छोड़ जाओ. तेरे लफ्जों में मेरा एहसास और मेरे जुमले में तेरा जिक्र, कुछ मिठास मैं दूं, कुछ मुस्कान तुम दो, अफसाना ये अधूरा छोड़ जाओ. शुक्रिया. थैंक यू सो मच.
God bless you. Very good. Brilliant.
ভাৱ প্ৰকাশ সেইটোৱেই. মই জাষ্ট চেষ্টা কৰিছোঁ কবিতাটো লিখাৰ কাৰণে। কবিতাটোৰ নাম দিছোঁ ফুটপাথৰ দোকানী। দোকানী হয়, তেওঁ ফুটপাথৰ দোকানী। তাৰণাৰ আহ্বান যদিও এয়া বঞ্চিত নিপীড়িত জনতাৰ প্ৰতিবাদ। এমুঠিমান অন্ন, এযোৰ কাপোৰ আৰু এটি বাসস্থানৰ বাবে এপিয়লা চাহ বুলি দিয়ে গ্ৰাহকক বুলি। এনেকৈ ফুটপাথৰ দোকানী হয়তো কাৰোবাৰ বোৱাৰী, কাৰোবাৰ জোৱাই, জনতাক চেপি খোৱা এদল ভণ্ডামীৰ বিৰুদ্ধে নিপীড়িত বঞ্চিত বেকাৰ শিক্ষিত যুৱক যুৱতীৰ প্ৰতিভা। তথাপিও নীলাজ সাহস, সহজ সৰল জনতা আমি যিফালে কয় সিফালে যাওঁ, তথাপিও কওঁ ৰজাটো আমিয়েই বনাওঁ, কোৰ কাটালবোৰটো আমিয়েই দিওঁ, শাসনৰ চলেৰে শহীদ কিয় আজাদীৰ শেষ এয়াই নেকি তেওঁ যে ফুটপাথৰ দোকানী। ধন্যবাদ। Open mic poetry session, the happy space. Actually, মই ইংলিছত কবিতা নিলিখোঁ, মই অসমীয়াত লিখোঁ। চৰি, এই প্লেটফৰ্মটোক চিনাকি কৰি দিলে প্ৰথমতে মোক কবিতা বাইদেউ চিনাকি কৰি দিলে, ক'লে যে এনেকুৱা এটা আমি প্ৰগ্ৰাম পাতিছোঁ,
অলপ ওচৰ আহক।
আপুনি থাকিব লাগিব, এনেকুৱা প্ৰগ্ৰাম হ'ব লাগে আৰু এনেকুৱা প্ৰগ্ৰাম ভৱিষ্যতলৈ কৰি থাকিব লাগে। আৰু যদি আমি এনেকৈ কৰি যাওঁ তেতিয়াহ'লে নতুন প্ৰজন্মৰ কিছুমান এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ পয়েট্ৰি বা কবি এনেকৈ আহি থাকিব আৰু তেওঁলোকে এই প্লেটফৰ্মত যোগ দি থাকিব আৰু আমাৰ সমাজত এটা নতুন বাৰ্তা গুচি যাব। যিয়ে নহওক, মই এটা কবিতা, অসমীয়া কবিতা এটা, কবিতাটো অকণমান গাই দিছোঁ। কবিতা আছে, মই বহুত কবিতা লিখোঁ, অসমীয়াত লিখোঁ, কিন্তু এটা কবিতা মই অকণমান ৰিচাইটেশ্যন কৰি দিছোঁ। কিন্তু মই ৰিচাইটেশ্যন বা আবৃত্তি তেনেকৈ ভালকৈ নকৰোঁ, লিখোঁ কিন্তু মই আবৃত্তি নকৰোঁ। নাম হ'ল ব্ৰেকিং নিউজ। নিউজ হঠাৎ দেখিলোঁ ব্ৰেকিং নিউজ। অসহায় নিৰুপায়তাই চৌদিশে হাহাকাৰ। এক ঘটনা প্ৰবাহ উঠা, এক ঘটনা প্ৰবাহ। কেৱল চাৰিওফালে ঠিক ঠিকতাৰ। সুৰুজ উঠা পাহাৰত মৌন ব্ৰত। সপোন দেখা পৃথিৱীৰ সেই অভিলাষ উৎসৱ কেতিয়াবা সংগীয় জংগী হয়। আচৰ লগাই দৌৰি ফুৰা, তাল ফাল লগাই মোৰ ধ্যান কিয় ভংগ কৰিলা। নাক কাণ কাঠিওচোন আজি তুমি চূড়ান্ত বিফল। হে ঈশ্বৰ, তোমাৰ মহিমা অপাৰ। ব্ৰেকিং নিউজত দেখিলোঁ পৰিষ্কাৰ জীৱনৰ ধাৰাটোচোন কালিমা সানিবৰ শেষ উল্লাস। বিফল উৰা বাতৰিত সত্য উৰুৱাই যোৱাৰ লেখীয়া হ'ল। সময় নামি আহিল ধীৰে ধীৰে উভতি আহিল ধুমুহাৰ চন্দ বৰদৈ চিলাজনী নম্ৰ হল থমকি ৰল প্ৰখৰ মৌনতাৰ চিধা কাইদাৰ গুটি ভৰোৱা কীৰ্তিৰ আৰু তাই নম্ৰতাৰে অকোৱা পকোৱাকৈ উগ্ৰ চৰাইজনীক কেৰামৰ পকেটত আবদ্ধ কৰালে আজি তাইৰ চিৰণীজনী পাকৈত খেলিৱৈ আৰু বাকী কিছু পৰত পৰস্ত হ'ব বেইমানী খেলুৱৈ সংগীৰ চেনেহ কিমান বিসংগতি কিমান আত্মবক্ষ কিমান ভয়ানক দেখিলানে হঠাৎ দেখিলোঁ ব্ৰেকিং নিউজ তোমাৰ বিলাহী বন্ধুক কৈ দিবা নম্ৰ যদিও মই বৰদৈ চিলা আৰু কবা মই যে সুৰুজ উঠা পাহাৰৰ নৈসৰ্গিক পৰিৱেশৰ জংঘলী কন্যা য'ত জনসমুদ্ৰক অক্সিজেন বিয়পাই ধৰিত্ৰীক খামুচি ধৰে মই ঈশ্বৰৰ মৰমৰ সন্তান আৰু তুমি কালৰূপী সংগী নে জংগী আকৌ ব্ৰেকিং নিউজ হ'ব যিদিনা তুমি শান্তিৰ নোবেল বঁটাৰ প্ৰাপ্য হ'বা হয় তুমি প্ৰকৃতিৰ কলাত বহি নিচুকনি গীত গোৱা সুৰুজে চুমা কি শক্তিৰ আভাস দিয়ে ব্ৰেকিং নিউজ ধন্যবাদ এইটো আছিলে ব্ৰেকিং নিউজ আৰু মই এটা কবিতা মই কালি লিখিছোঁ কিমান দূৰ ভাল বেয়া মই নাজানো মই লিখিছোঁ বৰ মনৰ
So green is in, so is being thin. Green is the talk, in sleep, in walk. Green is juicy, like a new conspiracy. Green is in the air, from power to underwear. Green is desire, green is lust, green is on fire, in green we trust. Green is fun, welcome everyone. So it's basically about how the whole concept of green has become another conspiracy now in today's time. Thank you everyone for being here, and we still have some time. There is coffee and biscuits.
Yeah, Babur has one. মানে ধুনীয়া ইংলিছ লিখিছে দেই এইটো আছে নেক্সট টাইম ইংলিছত বাবুৰে লিখিছে ছেইম লাইক গ্ৰীণ চামথিং ভেৰি আইলেণ্ডৰ মাজত এটা হৈ থাকে কিবা পাৰ্টি ফেয়াৰ হৈ থাকে এই ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰ ফেষ্টিভেল তাৰ ওপৰত লিখিছে ইমান ফেক বুলি ইয়া উইথ ইয়ৰ গ্ৰীণ নাই
Good evening, beautiful friends. Family নিচিনা লাগিছে ফ্ৰেণ্ডছো নহয় বহুত দিনৰ পৰা আছে বা চবক জানো ইটছ লাইক পাৰ্ট অফ মাই জিন অলপমান কথাবোৰ মোৰ এনেকুৱা হয় চ' ইট ইজ ভবা নাছিলোঁ যে সঁচাকৈ সঞ্জুৱে কোৱা নিচিনাকৈ বাহিৰত বহুত মোৰ ইভেণ্ট বহুত অনাৰ বহুত মৰম পাইছোঁ কিন্তু বেক হোম এনেকুৱা ৰেয়াৰ নাই লাষ্ট গ্ৰেভিটি কৰিছিলে চ' টুডে দিছ ইজ আই থিংক এইটো হেপী স্পেচ ব্লু আমব্ৰেলা লুই ৰঞ্জিত পিণ্ডো নেহা very good initiative. First day jodi etu hoise beginning with powerful people, glamorous people. I believe edin aru olop bhangi wall to extend koribo lagibo. I will help them. Okay, so like poetry kane so more poetry kole I think since school days I've started writing until date decades, more than 3 decades of writing poetry, not yet a solo book. What a shame. But there's a reason for this. Mature. I am a non-alcoholic person. Mature I want to. So yes, I have a forum, very big forum, international forum, Delhi Poetry Festival, Amar Jod, Abdul Kalam, Vikram Seth, Rashkin Lawn, Shashi Tharoor, Dipti Navel, এনেকুৱা বহুত ধুনীয়া ধুনীয়া personality আছে. Yes, I have a book. I don't call that a book. That's a masterpiece. Which so more poetry বোৰ অলপ scientific stuff I love to use there. For example, I'm listening to a radio. Radio মানে radio wave. Wave মানে কি বস্তু? How come এই Bombay বজাই আমি শুনি আছো? In my life, I have this curiosity has killed me. I end up thinking like that. So radio wave bole wave 2 eta light. The light, the sun is not not fire. It's a plasma. It's a wave, right? Likewise, wave 2 is a visible light. Visible light means not even almost zero, but not zero, but 0.000006. 60 and 6 meter length hoy mane iman visible. Then ami flight er korte zero visibility koy mane not zero visibility but zero ko olop uporat 0006 meter visible. Hey মানে hey light to আমি যোনটো ৰেডিঅ' শুনো. So this বস্তু যেতিয়া মই বুজি পাওঁ তেতিয়া আমি কবিতা লিখোঁ. Till I don't know Neha, I won't be able to write Neha, you're beautiful, you're the sari you're wearing. I will look into the sari and say the thread, who wove that korporaki, oh my goodness, it is if it's dye, which tree? I go back to dark age, So then I get big bang. I come back, then I end up writing. And that jikhni likhibo aji occasion to kane visible light beauty. Mane visible light's beauty. Is the light visible? Is the light visible? Visible light's beauty. Moi enika jagat life eta cluster of a cocoonor nisna thaku, but I don't call it cocoon. I call it cocoon also and oyster also because cocoon ote to silk form hoy na butterfly. That's why I live in my cocoon. I am not exposed to world outside, but I have done thing for the world. I have not gone to passport henan Oscar matisile to walk the red carpet. Passport bonaisu he nogolu Oscar because of that flight fright, right? So hey bur bostu mur nije God has gifted me a paradise. Man dhuniya eta mane it is like aquarium mur ghor to moi masor nichina ke bori future. That's the idea. I come out, use beautiful uthiye mane blink kobo mane dhuniya jaga thako. So I'm sharing this beauty, just feel it. That's why I don't go to Scotland, Switzerland, kottu na jao. Tate sob ase go mane evening light samne morning lights ma pagal hoye goisu mor jagar bohi. And that place has given birth to this poetry for this event. Okay. So I'm dedicating this poetry, jodi buji poa, this poetry, this aura, the beauty, the light you will feel, the light you will feel, this light I'll dedicate to each of you are here. So let me come to this visible light beauty. I slither out of my mind as if a fish darting through coral reefs. Wide-eyed pupil pierce through the hidden wonders beneath. Underneath the skin, the blood in my veins, as deep as the ocean's beauty reigns. Life, I can feel, I sense, is sensitive. What is philosophic? And to be materialistic, hedonistic, about being humanistic, poetic. Hurrah, bravo, I won my big dislikings for small talks are my eureka moments. I peeped back into my mind. Why it crave for creativity? What is intuitive? A forming cavity, asking why all cannot feel in dream beautiful. I find myself in the very next day again, loving more music on YouTube's bargain. Cannot depart my faithfulness for the radio song. Radio songs are waves of visible light 0.000006 in 60 and the 6 meters cell on my skin. That has become trillions pores on my skin, epidermis, endodermis, wear, light, skin light glow. And the visible physical beauty, the strength in me to feel strong. I need to squeeze out different layers of strength to be exceptionally this strong. Emotional upheavals of joy, of tears, of fears, this bucket full of tears. Fear was just the Turin shroud. Turin shroud, I'll explain you later. Fear was just the Turin shroud. I peeped into the core as if a nightmarish walk, a living dread devoid of love. The predatory thoughts deepens the dread. I need to rule over, distill the still, tighten my fist over the fill of erupting human horrors, scourged by torrids, fertile lands, ungehuris ujensifer, German term. The darkness was the matter, galactic body. The dark matter's gravity controlled me, the way it controlled the universe and thee. My love was under arrest in the opaque, unnamed labyrinthines. My little budding environment encounters, cascading brightly touch of life, enigmatic saunters I find, as I slither out of my mind. In the dark cocoon only. So, মই ক'ব লৈছোঁ Turin shroud মানে এইটো কফন হতা হয় না কফন Turin shroud is biblically also claimed আৰু এনেকাকে এটা সাইন্টিস্টে ডিসকভাৰ কৰিছে Turin cloth there's a DNA of ancient and man and woman. So I said my fear ইয়াত লিখিছে যে Turin cloth. Fear was so you don't need to fear because Turin is just like fear is just like Turin cloth. But even 1,000 years back, that so some say no, Jesus was when he was died, many coffin to logai sile karone tar DNA to embos. But there's also female DNA there. Is it real oil? So archaeological side of Turin cloth to shorters. When we study deep, our fear protects you. Kintu fear of apuni insecurity by opportunity to shortcoming hoy, you should not become succumb to the fear, but you should embrace fear. Then fear will show you. It's an inbuilt mechanism my body. Okay, like this eugenesis, eugenifer বুলি ক'লো মানে যিখিনি এটা erupting human horrors হৈ আছে নামবোৰ নকওঁ ৰাজা ৰঘুবংশী কিবা সেইবোৰ ক'লোৱে so erupting human horrors in fertile land scourged by torrids eugenifer মানে Kafka a poet আছিলে 20th century poet তেখেতৰ কিতাপ metamorphosis. He has used this term. He is a good salesman. When money is stressed, he next day he see every human being turning into a monster. মানে এটো হল Eugenifer is a German term. মানে মানুহবোৰ এতিয়া চা আমি যেটা চাওঁ হে 21st century 1920 early 20s লিখা নেকি metamorphosis to তেতিয়াই হে খাফকাই the character how come human thoughts board, human feeling board can how come he see himself as monster? It ajit to the reality. Kotha eta koisu. What by love affair or triangle, quadrangle, whatever angle hole, indoor, outdoor, whatever. Love story. Ek chota surunka. But how people are making domino effect as well, creating a hatred, stereotypes. I mean, yesterday you fought Sindoor, Operation Sindoor, to the honeymoon, your own home, at your own home. Who's your enemy? So enemy is right at home. So look at what charity begins at home. I said clarity begins at home. Let's be clear from home. Amar stress ahibo, kiba ahibo. Let's forget all this. Nimok bhat duniya ke je khaya aso. Let's appreciate that and celebrate it, right? That's it. Visible light beauty. Okay, thank you.
Today, though, we had 6 definite performers from Oriya language. What I would say that, as I know that everyone here is into poetry, so we can probably start with Jannat. I request you to introduce yourself, and let us know about what you're doing, if you have any publications and all that. So the idea is to basically have a platform where we can share not only poetry, any form of art, even any creative innovations or something. We can do workshops. There's a lot of things which have been thought of in the pipeline. We have an actor here today, so maybe an acting workshop can also happen here. With interested people, or good 20 people can be accommodated and something can be done. Right? So now you take it over from here.
And also the fact that we now have a proper open mic and we are beginning with this, it's quite nice, and I hope this takes off well. I am currently based in Bangalore. I'm doing my bachelor's there in history and political science, but apart from that I do performance in slam poetry. I've been doing it for quite a few years. Earlier I used to publish my poems in newspapers, but before I went for my bachelor's I published a book, like a poetry collection. Yeah, and apart from that, I usually perform in open mics. To say, I am a nobody in this world where everybody is trying to be somebody. I write because I feel too much, and that's a blessing and a curse. But at the same time, I publish in order, like, because I have a voice, and I perform because I want to be heard. So my poems are like archives of my past self, and since I've been writing since I was, I don't even remember actually, it has been a long time. So when I go back and look at my own poems, I kind of feel distant from that self of mine, because I have evolved along with my poetry. So I wrote a poem recently, and since I said I'd like to be heard through my performance, I usually perform with something called the kalimba, which is a thumb piano. Sadly, I could not tune it today, so I don't have it right now. Maybe the next time we have an open mic, I can get it. But I would like to start with a dilemma more than a poem, so I have not named this anything. But for this does not refer to a particular incident. You will know why I gave that disclaimer. To close my eyes and dream of naked trees being stripped of their self and identity they lent to the city has now paid off in a debt. A debt that burdens extreme under pills of silence that we gulp down, tongue-tied in a shame of forcefully choosing love over freedom. While love caresses, freedom taunts. While love comforts, freedom questions. While love comforts, freedom stays silent. While love comforts, freedom exists. While love comforts, free. Can you hear me, freedom? I'm sorry you can't trace me anymore. We have chopped the threads that made us a story that our children could hear through scrolling feeds over WhatsApp text, an archive of fresh air, blown in the beauty of concrete bridges that distance us both. A freedom that lies in parts of an incomplete story, which ended even before it could be said. In the pride we wear is a tinge of guilt we hide in murals of wildlife on bridges that now wear the blood of lost lives in the walls that haunt in survival of this existence. Freedom, can you see me? Wrapped lies thrown at you, you become a truth that cannot be erased. In faces of concrete, we find feelings that we felt in your caress, that we are trying to feel because feelings are meant to be felt. Love, freedom. Are you mad that I chose love over you? I'm sorry, but it seems like we only had one choice to choose from. A choice only with one option, it said. Quite a thing that...
Firstly, I would like to thank Jannat for introducing me to this space, the happy space. And I'm immensely grateful to Mr. Louis Parashar Hazarika and the Blue Umbrella for giving me this opportunity and a platform to share my emotions. I'm Shaheen Akhtar from Guwahati, and I'm a poet by destiny and passion. My poems revolves around humanity, nature, truth, simple human emotions, life's realities, and mysticism lately. So, Words from Dust, so those of you who were not yet present here, so Words from Dust, this is my debut book of poetry, which was published in the year 2022 by Vision Publications. And as a matter of fact, my father was attacked by a rare neuromuscular disease disorder in the year 2015, and he was totally bedridden, because of which he had to undergo one horrible year of his suffering. And before he suddenly passed away during his sleep in the year 2016. So as a result, the series of inner turmoil, the anxiety, the depression, and all the tough times that I had to go through during those years of his disease, followed by his death, eventually led to the birth of a poet in me, out of nowhere, I would say. And that's why whenever I introduce myself, I say that I'm a poet by destiny and passion, because I'm a strong believer of destiny. That's how I came, and so I'm getting a bit emotional. I'm very sorry for that. So that led to the birth of my poetry journey, and eventually led to the birth of my book. So the poem which I'm going to read today is called, it's titled as It's Just a Matter of Time. So this poem speaks about the indomitable power of time, how time can change everything, and in fact, how time is the biggest game changer in our lives. So here it goes. In these years, past years. So it goes, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time until you realize that you were put to test by life from time to time. It's just a matter of time until you realize that the choices you have made were already destined. It's just a matter of time, and you will realize that you never gave up, because you were meant to taste the reward of your perseverance. It's just a matter of time until you realize that you were always hopeful, because you were meant to see the sun rising after a night's darkness. It's just a matter of time, and you will see that the people you have met, the paths you have taken, the struggles you have been through, or the decisions you have made, how everything were already connected, how everything worked in your favor to build you who you are meant to be. It's just a matter of time, and you will know that nothing ever was out of its place. Everything was at its own perfect place. It's just a matter of time until you come to the realization that your life was all about connecting the dots, so you could eventually visualize the bigger picture of your life's purpose. It's just a matter of time, and you will surely see a reason and an answer to everything that happened the way it happened. Let me tell you all, you and I are just travelers in this life's journey, and it's just a matter of time until you realize that it is the timeless time that has always played its game, where each of us have carried out our appointed roles to fulfill destiny's ultimate plan. So thank you so much once again for having me.